Hey guys, it's Danny, and we are officially in the heart of the holiday season. So I wanted to take some time and share some of my favorite clean and delicious gift ideas for 2017. Now, each one of these gifts is intended to support anyone in your life who wants to live with more intention, bring in more pleasure, and just overall more deliciousness. Because in my personal opinion, all three of those components are very important pieces to healthy living. So let's get started with gift idea number one. Gift idea number one are these flavored matcha teas from the Matcha Reserve. Now, I am completely obsessed with all of the different flavors. They have blueberry, mango, peach, peppermint, and plenty of others. And a lot of green teas you don't find in these flavors, so I get very excited about them. Now, if you're not familiar with matcha, matcha literally means ground tea. And unlike traditional green tea, matcha is made from young tea leaves that are dried out and then ground into a very fine powder. So when you consume matcha tea, you're actually consuming the entire tea leaf, which is why it is so potent. It's actually said to be 10 times more potent than traditional green tea. And some of the benefits of matcha are that it regulates blood sugar levels, it boosts up the metabolism, and it's jam-packed with lots of antioxidants. Now, you can certainly make any of these into a hot tea, and if you want to learn more about how to make traditional matcha, make sure that you check out my Matcha 101 video, which I will leave in the cards, and I'll also leave a link down in the description box below. But what I love to do with these flavored matcha teas is just take about a quarter teaspoon or so, put it into a nice big jar with some ice, and then I fill it up with water and just mix it really well until the clumps break up. And it is the most refreshing, delicious, invigorating glass of water. Because if you're anything like me, I have a very hard time drinking my water, and I find this to be the perfect solution. Plus, it gives you a little boost as well. Now, because this is a really good quality matcha, each jar is about 40 bucks. So I know that that's not something somebody always wants to spend on themselves. So that's why I feel like these would be a really great gift. I think that number one, they're good for you. Number two, the packaging is beautiful. And number three, the fact that it comes in flavor, it makes it rather unique, don't you think? So I will leave a link down in the description box below if you want to check those out. My second gift idea is the Bear Wisdom Deck. Now, this deck of cards was created by Master Certified Life Coach Susan Hyatt, who I absolutely adore. And the idea is that the beautifully illustrated inside 52 cards are here to remind you that your body is precious and capable and worthy of your love, care, and attention exactly as it is today. So what that means is, doesn't matter what your weight is, doesn't matter what size jeans you're wearing, doesn't matter what negative thought might be going through your mind about your body. This deck of cards is here to remind you that you are worth your own love and attention today. So let me show you how this works. The front of each card has a really fun, beautiful illustration on it. And then on the back, there is some encouragement and guidance. So you can use this deck of cards a lot of different ways. You could pull one in the morning and set an intention for the day based off the card. You could pull one of the cards and use it as a prompt for some journaling. Or you can do what I like to do. And what I do is I leave the deck of cards on my desk at all times. And then whenever I'm having a moment, and y'all know what I mean when I say a moment, right? Whether it's a moment of self-criticism or self-doubt or worry or fear, I will pause and I'll pull out my deck, and then I'll randomly pull a card out. And then I'll look down at the card and I'll read the front. So here's the illustration. This one says, "Whoa, you're so good at that." And then I turn it over and I read the encouragement and the guidance on the back. So this card says, "You're really talented, creative, and resourceful." Or maybe you forgot. What are you really good at? What are your secret or not so secret talents? What are you really, really good at fixing, creating, sharing, writing, doing, or giving? Take a moment to reflect on a couple of your talents, both personal and professional. Can't recall anything? Feeling really low? Text a friend and ask them to remind you. You are so much more than just a body. You've got mad skills. Like, whoa. I love that. So what I love so much about that is really, as I'm always trying to remind you guys and remind myself, so much of our experience and our world is just going to be coming from our perception and how we're showing up and what we're thinking, right? So sometimes when you find yourself in a negative space, you just need something like one of these cards to shift you out of that mindset. So that's why I love these cards so much. And I think they would make a great gift for your mom, your sister, your friend, your daughter, especially for anybody who's ever struggled with body shaming, body image, yo-yo dieting, binge eating, etc. Because it's a reminder, a constant reminder that we are more than our bodies, and it helps to kind of shift your brain to focus on the allness that each one of us is. So I think this is a great gift idea. These cards are $19.99 and they would be ideal for really any woman or girl in your life, whether it's your mom, your sister, a good friend, your daughter, etc., etc., especially if you have anybody in your life who's ever struggled with body image, body shaming, yo-yo dieting, binge eating, body acceptance, really anything in that genre, because these help to kind of shift that mentality. So many of you ask me, how do you shift that mentality when it's a part of you? And this is how you do it. You start to practice a different set of thoughts. So these are super helpful and they will make you feel like a rock star. Speaking of rock stars, my third favorite gift idea are these Fierce Forward intention bracelets. Now, I think that these bracelets are so beautiful and super cool, and they really do kind of make me feel like a mom rock star. I've been wearing these bracelets for about 3 years now. You've probably noticed them in some of my videos because I usually have some of them on at all times. And what I love so much about them is each bracelet represents a different intention, right? So you get to kind of look at yourself and see what you're needing to elicit from the inside and bring out. So maybe that's a little bit more heart, maybe that's a little more courage, maybe that's a little more fierceness, whatever it is, whatever you're needing and wanting to practice and highlight within yourself, you can choose a bracelet that matches that and then wear that as a daily reminder. Now, I'm a very visual person, so I tend to, when I'm going through something in my world, the first thing I think of is to look up these bracelets and pull a few intentions that support me. And recently I noticed that as things in my life are beginning to expand, myself personally and my business, that I was kind of wanting to slow things down, like I was getting overwhelmed and confused and kind of what I would interpret as saying playing small. And I saw that happening in myself, and I would think to myself, you got to keep moving forward. You got to keep saying yes. And so, of course, I went over to the Fierce Forward website, and she just created a new collection called the Fierce Forward Collection, which to me was aligned with my goal of moving forward in life, staying open and moving forward. So I bought the whole collection, and the different bracelets in the collection represent grateful, heart, dream, never give up, be you, and fierce forward. So you can buy the whole collection like I did, which will cost $230, or you can buy any one of the bracelets individually, which ranges between $43 and $45. But there are a lot of other collections as well, depending on what it is that you're wanting or needing in your own life. There's a spirit collection, a power collection, an abundance collection, and then of course lots of individual intention bracelets as well. So it's very fun to peruse the website and kind of see what aligns with you and where you're at in your life, and then pick something that supports that, or of course that you think would support a friend if you are gifting it to somebody. I actually think another last very cool idea would be if you had someone that you were really close with in your life, like a daughter, a mother, a best friend who you're really connected and maybe working towards some of the same things in life right now, would be to pick a bracelet, an intention or two that you can both relate to, and buy one for yourself and one for them. I just feel like that would be a very kind of cool, meaningful, quiet connection and a really amazing gift. Moving right along, gift idea number 4 is the Raw Spice Bar Quarterly Spice Kit. Now, let me just be clear. Hands down, the easiest way to add more flavor and dimension to your food when you are trying to eat better and cut back on excessive salts, fats, and sugars is to play with your spices. I mean, you can take a very simple food and really change it up simply by changing up the spices you use. So for example, you could take your go-to base turkey meatball recipe and have a completely different end game depending on what spices you use, right? So you could do Italian spices and have Italian meatballs. You could do Indian spices and have Indian meatballs. You could do Greek spices and have Greek meatballs. You see where I'm going with this. And you could do the same with your veggies as well. But I do notice for a lot of people, when we are not familiar with ingredients or different spices, we tend to get overwhelmed at the grocery store and we're not super willing to experiment and try new things because we're not really sure where to start. And that's why I think this is such an amazing gift idea. For just $26 a quarter, and actually that's $22 if you pay for the year in advance, you receive 6 different seasonal spices and blends in the mail every 3 months. And it's so fun because you don't always know what you're getting, which to me makes it like a fun little game. We get to do something new when we get outside of our comfort zone and outside of the norm. For example, let me show you guys what I got in my last box. And please do forgive me if I butcher some of these names because some of this stuff is new to me too. So I got some salt-free Greek seasoning, Punjabi garam masala, unpumpkin pie spice, Kashmir chilies tandoori, sashimi togarashi, and freshly ground chilies taco. So super fun, and I love the idea of the subscription box as a gift because it's like the gift that keeps on giving. So this is definitely a great gift idea for any of the healthy home cooks in your life because it will get them out of their comfort zones, trying new flavors, and then ultimately creating even more clean and delicious dishes. My 5th gift idea is the Illuminating Trio by Beautycounter. Now, a lot of you all have been asking me about my skincare routine and what makeup I use, and I've been a little bit reluctant to share in this arena because honestly, it is not my area of expertise, and I'm always trying and experimenting with new things, so I don't have like a lot of constants, but I really love this trio because it is very easy to use and it really gives you a natural, glowy, dewy look on your skin. Plus, I really appreciate that Beautycounter is an all-natural skin line that is committed to using clean, safe ingredients in all of their products. So the idea here is that you've got your contouring stick, your blush stick, and then the highlighting stick. And the first thing you're gonna do is grab that contouring stick and you make like a little fishy face and you make a line right below the cheekbone so you can create that contoured look. And then you just dab that in with your fingers. Then you take the blush stick and you put that above on your cheek. Again, take your fingers and dab that in, and then you finish it off with the highlighting stick. And the highlighting stick goes right at the top of the cheekbones, down the center of the nose, and right over the top of the lip. And again, dab, 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 dab. And the great thing is that it's a natural palette, so it works with all different types of skin tones. And personally, I love that it comes in this beautiful red box because to me, it's like ready to be presented. If you're not one to wrap your gifts, you could just tie a bow around this and it looks beautiful enough to gift as is. And I think this would be equally as great for, say, a young girl who's just starting to wear makeup and wants a very natural look, to a stay-at-home mom who doesn't have a lot of time but just wants a little something before she steps out of the house, to an even more mature woman who wants to wear makeup but still maintain a very natural, radiant look. So lots of options there for you, and this box will cost you $55. And my 6th and final gift idea is my handy dandy, beloved 12-inch cast iron skillet. And this pan is the Lodge pan. And I have recently decided that every home cook needs to have one of them. I have been using mine a ton, and I promise to share more recipes in the new year using this pan. But what I love about it is that it is so durable and it's much easier to maintain than a lot of people make it out to be. And it creates a depth of flavor that you really don't get with any other pan. Personally, I love making my salmon in this pan. We do a lot of chicken in this pan. In the colder months, if you wanted to do a burger or a steak, this pan is ideal. You can also do hot sandwiches. I love doing frittatas or sweet potatoes. I even roast a whole chicken in this pan on the regular. Honestly, there are so many different dishes that you can make in this pan, and I promise you it will last you a lifetime, and it only costs $20. So I have decided that every home cook needs to have one of these 12-inch cast iron skillets. So those are my gift ideas for 2017. Like I mentioned, I will leave links to all of them down in the description box below. So if you want to check them out and see if they work for anyone you are gifting this year, or if you simply want to gift yourself. And of course, I would absolutely love if you have great gift ideas, come on down to the comments below and share, because we are all always looking for more ways to support our healthy living. And guys, if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone else you know who wants to make their holiday season clean and delicious. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dani Spies, and I'll see you back here next time. Cheers!
And 3, 2.
Hello, my friends.